What's something that only losers brag about? People who don't like them. Extra points if they actually call them haters. Haters make me famous XD. 2008 was a year that happened. How mean they were to someone. They always tell a long rambling story about how dumb someone was and how they told them off. I once went on a first date with somebody who told me a story about how they yelled at a developmentally disabled guy in his self-help group that morning. He was trying to impress me, there was no second date, and he was confused about it. Oh look, a walking red flag. How many important people they claim to know in order to impress others. I was just saying that to Jamila Jamal the other day. I love how this comment works on multiple levels. Lots of people were the smartest kid in their high school, man. And most claiming to be the smartest in their high school were not actually the smartest. Nothing more humbling than when you are a bit above average intelligence and you meet someone that is really smart that has worked hard to cultivate it. How he lost tons and tons of money just to get a life. Dude, I lost so much money at the casino this month. Nice, dude. I have a life-ruining inability to control my impulses too. How much they can drink. My brother would do this in high school, and fast forward 25 years later, he'd still do it when sitting with extended family on Thanksgiving. Most holidays would end with him passing out on the couch or him pissing his pants around 6 p.m. I can drink several liters of water in one day. My pee is completely devoid of color. I love drinking water. Getting the highest score in golf. The truest answer. I once went on a date with a guy I met on a Cupid who told me proudly how many other dates he had lined up that week. Just why? Was it some weird ass attempt to look desirable? Had he somehow forgotten that I was already on a date with him? There wasn't a second date, which his busy schedule was probably extremely thankful for. It's 100% trying to look desirable and create urgency. He was hoping you would hear that and think that you better get to him now before the crowd does. Same deal as commercials that say supplies are going fast or this deal won't last long. And just like in that kind of commercial, the deal is never as good as they are trying to make it look. It's not so much what they brag about as it is how often. My ex bragged about his achievements when he was in his 20s. All the freaking time. He is 60. All it does is continually prove that he has done absolutely nothing for 40 years. Big L. Honestly, not doing anything for 40 years is probably more of a braggable achievement. I'm upvoting not only because I agree, but also because your answer indicates you're in your 50s or 60s and that makes me feel less alone in Reddit. How great they were at high school sports long after graduating. Back in '82, I used to throw a pigskin a quarter mile. You serious? At school. 1. How his dad could beat up everyone else's dad. 2. How his had a bike made of titanium that weighed 3 pounds. This was in 1970s. 3. How he had a military grade digital watch. Again 1970s. At university. 4. How the woman in the picture, cut out from a magazine and framed, was his girlfriend back home. 5. How his second-hand TR7 was better than a Porsche. 6. How his 2 degree was better than a first. NB different losers. 4. Actually happened? Jesus. It's funny to see how the game hasn't really changed much since before the internet. There are just more tools to make it believable. Being in school in the late 1990s before the internet boom and seniors on the bus bragging about their girlfriends, whose pictures were very obviously ripped from their sisters' magazines, and now watching people devote hours crappily photoshopping themselves into Instagram pics. Deleted. I hate people who think that alcohol marijuana vaping is a substitute for a personality. It's not, and it makes you look like an incredibly boring person. I agree, but I haven't met anybody over 25 who's like that and isn't a full-blown addict. Insisting on how real or brutally honest they are. It is dating city code for I'm a raging bitch. Being an alpha. We had a housewarming party years ago. A family friend was there and was telling me how to grill the burgers. He kept on and finally just kind of grabbed the spatula when I set it down and took over, saying, "It's just that alpha dog mentality. Cool story, but now you're just my personal chef." So, I got to enjoy playing games and hanging out while my personal chef sweated over a grill in the Texas summer. The double reverse beta skididdle, when the beta is so alpha beta they beta the alpha into doing their bidding. Nice one. Tearing down others for their successes. My friend does this. I'm currently trying to move out of my mother's house, and if I get a check above $500 I'm ecstatic as it's more than what I usually make while I look for a new job. And if my friend finds out he'll be like Lumfeo, that isn't shit Trevor. I literally got paid $700 just from working half my hours. Get new friends. Thanks for watching. If you liked my video, go ahead and check out my other content, and also don't forget to like and subscribe for new videos. If you loved the video, leave a comment.